Having lived abroad, I was really interested in learning about the way that international relations work. And I think that I saw a lot of that growing up and saw a lot of people moving in mobility. And so a lot of my interest right now in the program is to do with migration and human capital movement. That's like the thing that I'm specifically interested in. And as a result, I applied to the program because I wanted to learn more about that theory. And I hadn't really gone that theory part at UChicago because public policy and psych are both very concrete disciplines. That was my main impetus for applying to the program. I'm taking one of the core classes this quarter. It's like very theory-based and a good introduction to international trade and political economy. I don't have a poli-sci background either, so it's been a big jump to learn about that stuff too. So the two other classes I'm taking a class at Harris, which is called Analytical Politics. And it's actually one of the Harris cores, but I thought that was really interesting. It talks a little bit about game theory and decision making. The other class I'm taking is at the Booth School, and it's called The Wealth of Nations, and that's a lot about like how countries accumulate capital. So those things have all been really interesting and really informative because I'm learning about the way that these businesses work in like an international level. I don't know what I want to do after college yet, like 100%, but in the future, like I'm really interested in understanding how like economies develop, the way that they work in this system where you have businesses and you have corporations, but they also have like people that are affected by these businesses and economics. The research background, I think, is going to be very informative, like no matter what I go into in the future, because I think the research experience is really important. Like even if you're doing academic research or like policy research or even like some kind of private institute research. So I think that'll be really informative, like the skills that I'm going to gain from that, both qualitatively and quantitatively, and just like reading, like learning how to read a lot all the time. So I'm sure that's going to be very handy in the future. I think it'll be very helpful, like to have met a lot of the peers that I'm meeting, because a lot of them are a little bit older than obviously the BAMA students are, and they've had work experience in the past, so they kind of already have some career ideas. If it was not virtual, I probably would be able to like talk to people more, but it's still a useful resource because we have like all of these communication channels. One thing that I did a lot of when I was applying was I talked to a lot of people within the program, just trying to understand what the expectations are, like what students who are BAMA students are doing. So I talked to a couple of BAMA students when I was applying, and that was really helpful because they kind of gave me an idea of like what is expected and how the workload is and balancing having to finish your like undergraduate requirements if you have any, or doing a thesis for the undergraduate. So that was really informative. My piece of advice is like to talk to people, because it was really helpful when I talked to people, both like students and also faculty, and they really give you a good perspective and you get to know who you'll be meeting for the next year.